I think incentives actually is a really important conversation. We can go on a tangent a little bit here, but it's one of the points that I will point out to a homeowner pretty early on is think about the incentives of everyone that comes to be involved with your claim. Like nobody has pure incentive. You and I have businesses that we're responsible to.
I have
a team, but let's not pretend that everyone doesn't have incentives when they walk in the door. So what are the incentives of your adjuster? Let's be honest, they're not your neighbor. They're not actually your neighbor. So what are they actually? They work for a company that you've been paying to insure your home. Now, that person, probably not a bad person, but what is that person's incentive, right? Maybe he has 20 claims to finish that week, right? Maybe he's incentivized to get yours done by the end of the day. I know when I was an adjuster, I had to inspect, when I was an independent adjuster for insurance companies, I had to inspect, write an estimate, and submit it within 24 hours, and typically by the end of the same day, right? Am I gonna miss anything? Almost every time.
Every time.
Right, so my incentives then, it's not that I was incentivized to minimize an estimate, I was incentivized to get an estimate off quickly, right? Those are two different things, but the result can end up being the same. I'm gonna end up minimizing or diminishing your estimate by some because my incentive isn't to be thorough.
It's to get it in.
Yeah, so I'll talk with homeowners and be like, let's think about the incentive. So mine as a public adjuster, if I'm acting as your public adjuster, is I wanna make sure that I'm as thorough as possible. If anything can be included in this claim, I'm gonna include it in your claim. But I'm not gonna miss anything because I'm gonna make 10% of whatever I find in there.
If you're a new public adjuster and you live in California and you're just unsure whether or not you're making an impact or not because you're still too new to actually understand the process, then I want you to book a call with me. Book a call with me, a one-to-one, and I can tell you how I can help you and you can become part of our group and we can take your game to the next level.